Hey guys, it's Chris from the Ultimate Recycler and welcome back to the channel. I'm in my workshop tonight, but we are doing episode 49 of the Great Farm Cleanup. So even though I'm about 4 hours away from the farm, we're doing an episode here on trying to sell that wagon or the dray on eBay, and I thought I'd film this. So I'm just about to post the auction. I'm going to run it as an auction. I'll take you through what I've written. I've got some good photos up here. And I made a bit of a discovery because someone else sold one very similar just recently. So let's have a look. So I did some research, and the first thing I did was just typed in wagon. I did try both spellings of wagon, but I think we'll find it. Well, actually, it depends because people use all sorts of things in their titles. But just searching wagon brings 140,000 results. So I narrowed it down a little bit. First, I made sure I was searching just in Australia, and we're not, we're worldwide. So I narrowed it down to Australia, still 16,000 plus listings. I did change the condition to used and narrowed it down a little bit further, but it's in all sorts of categories, and you get models and you get garden trolleys and all sorts of stuff. So I actually changed the word to dray. I did a few other search options as well, but I thought I'd go with dray and search, and because it's not such a common word, it narrows it down a lot. And I didn't find anything immediately there. There's lots of books, but there it is, $2,000. Now, they did not put wagon in the title, so it just shows you've got to try lots of different search criteria. The other thing you can do, what's a common word that they used? Horse-drawn cart. All right, we could just search for cart, and this is turning into a search lesson. If I search for cart and then search, it's going to have thousands of results again, 13,000 plus, but we could narrow that down by searching high price first, and that's only going to bring out the much more expensive ones. And if we scroll through these past the coffee carts, we have golf carts. But we know that guy used cart in his title, so it should be here. We got down to, I think, $2,000 he got. And, well, there's a lot of other carts in here, isn't there? And some people are after ridiculous prices for things. But, oh, we missed it. It's not here. Did we suddenly click to new items? Did we? I have to go and check that. Oh, I've gone back to it. Let's go used items. There we go. It's in there now. So look, eBay's search system is a bit fickle, and sometimes you need to actually put the search term in quotation marks because sometimes it just includes other things that don't even mention the word you're searching for. Anyway, that's beside the point. We found it. Let's go back to it now, and we'll go to that listing. And it's really encouraging to see that that's sold for $2,000. It's in a very similar condition to ours. The top's all rotted away. The wheels look like they've got a bit of rot in them, and it looks like that one hasn't moved for some time. There's another picture. Yeah, so all right, so that's pleasing to see because I valued the wheels at around $500 each, so there's $2,000. I'm not sure if ours will get that because the wheels are a bit more rough than this one, and one of them was quite loose, but I thought I'd try that figure first anyway. So here's my listing. I did enhance the photos a little bit because it was getting onto dusk when I took them and it was a little bit dark. But let's just scroll through. So eBay have an automatic auto adjust, and it does bring the contrast up a little bit. So they do look very good in the photos. So these are all the photos I took, and it shows the condition of the wheels. I did like the backdrop with the sun setting. It actually made for some nice photos. So I've included lots of photos there. That's probably the best wheel, I think. And it shows it gives a good size comparison there with the tractor in the front. So they're the photos I've put up, and I've used a lot of keywords in the title here. I've got early 1900s. historic horse or bullock drawn farm wagon, wagon dray. So both spellings of wagon, and importantly where it is, because obviously someone's going to have to pick it up. Some people do search for particular towns, so I've included that. I've paid a little extra to get it in 2 categories, so I've gone architectural and garden in the antiques category, and also antique and vintage farm equipment in the, it's an industrial heavy machinery parts and attachments heavy machinery category. So farm equipment sort of covers it. I think it's more likely to sell to someone that wants one in the garden. I've put that it's original era 1900s, and the description here, you can freeze the video if you want to read it all. I don't like using AI's description. I think I can write better than AI. So I've included everything I know about it, as far as where it came from. My earlier ancestors, being pioneer farmers, would have used it originally. I don't actually know how old it is, and it hasn't been shedded in my memory, and consequently there's substantial weathering and deterioration. You can read it anyway, and I mentioned that I did tow it about 300 metres so that it can be rolled to load. I said, please don't bring a team of horses or bullocks and expect it to hold together over a long journey. I think that's unlikely. And I mentioned my YouTube video and said to look up the Ultimate Recycler, check out episode 48 of the Great Farm Cleanup. I did put a direct link. I don't know if eBay allows that, so I'm not sure whether that link will work. I guess I'll find out once I hit post. I've included the dimensions, and importantly, the track width of it is only 6'8" to the outside of each steel tyre, so it will fit on a standard car trailer. The total width is 8 feet, which is within the legal width, so that's good. And I just said, I hope the old girl finds a loving home is a historic display piece. And I suggested that if they just wanted the wheels, they would be able to remove them where it stands, and I'll clean up the mess, because there's only going to be a bit of firewood and some pieces of steel which could go in the scrap metal. I'd rather that not happen, but if we get a couple of $1,000 bid and someone just wants the 4 wheels, well, as long as they do the work, I'm happy enough to accept that. So that's my description. I've got it set as an auction. I've got it running for 10 days. Starting bid, I thought I'd try the $2,000, given that the other one had a bid of that. I was initially going to start it a little bit cheaper. The fees are going to be probably like $150 to $200, somewhere, probably a bit less than $200. So I thought we'll try that. We'll go fishing first. If we don't get a bid or no bites, I might list it maybe for $1,500 on some of the Facebook groups, because there won't be any fees then. I've clicked off the allow for offers. I don't really want people to make offers. It's local pickup, and I made sure I changed the address to Matoa and not Ngambie. So there we go. It's there was $1 in extra fees because it's in a second category. So now I'm about to click list. I think it's ready to go, so let's click that. And the auction should be live, unless I've forgotten to do something. Yep, we're now live. So that's under my eBay name, which is, I think I've got a link on my homepage, but it's my seller name. Let me go back and show you. If I click done, my seller name is Sundries Too Numerous to Mention, with an underscore between each word. So if you want to look that up, you can follow the auction. I will check in every so often and do a little bit of a film, and I don't expect to have, this is some other stuff I've got listed, just some books and things. I don't expect to have lots of bidding. I'm really just looking for one buyer, but there's a remote chance that a couple of people might want it, and it might make a bit more. Okay, so this listing's now been on for about a day and a half. We've had 21 views on it. There are 3 watchers, although I suspect one of them is probably my brother and maybe one's mum, I'm not sure. But, and no doubt there'll be a few of you that'll want to watch it. So I will post this video tonight. I'll wrap it up, and there'll be 8 days or so to go if anyone wants to watch how the wagon pans out. I'm not sure if we're going to get any bids or not. I honestly don't know. I'm happy to leave it to the universe to decide that. It would be great if we had a few bids, but and there may be a chance I'll get an email after the auction finishes and see, someone might have just missed it and might be very keen. If it doesn't sell, I may run it through a second time because not everyone's watching eBay all the time. The other thing is, I suggested earlier, I might run it through the Facebook marketplace groups, or there's a number of groups concerning old machinery and that sort of stuff, and I might try it at like 1,500 or something. Obviously I don't have fees then. But anyway, if you're seeing this video now and it's only been listed in the last week, you should be able to catch the end of the auction. If you're coming across this video down the track and you're following through the farm cleanup series, obviously you will well and truly have missed the auction, and I will report in the next episode of this series as to what's going on with the sale. And just by chance, the auction will actually finish on the Tuesday when I'm at the farm next. I'll be going across on the Monday next trip, so the auction will finish while I'm over there. I will film the end of it just in case something exciting happens. I don't expect it will, but we'll film it just in case. So if by chance someone local actually wins the auction and wants to pick up the wagon the following day, that actually can be arranged. Otherwise, I'll obviously have to tee up a time when I'm there at the farm next. We'll certainly include all those details in the next episode of the Great Farm Cleanup, and also, of course, when we're back there, we'll be doing more videos. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.